Ta-da! Ta-da! Countdown complete. Gimbal successfully loaded. Gimbal's module activated. Yeah, it's a soda stream. So what? Kill me. Actually, don't kill me, because that's the joking threat, but that's what the fucking thing was doing to me, because I was having too many a day. In addition to regular energy drinks. Hey, if there's too much carbon in your blood, stop having carbonated drinks. So I did, and now it's a delicious treat once in a while. And a delicious treat once in a while is exactly what I am having, and you are having too, with me here on Pillars of Eternity tonight. I look well lit, but the room is actually pretty dark. So soon I'm going to be getting up and turning on the light and shutting the blind, you know? Because it may be daylight savings, and we may be in spring, but it's not yet summer. Look at that. Helpful someone shut the door, but they did not turn on the light. Not as good. Yeah, The Gullet. Excellent track. I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack by Justin Bell. It's really good. The Pillars of Eternity 2 soundtrack, top notch. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. So, I don't know. Maybe we gotta look up what else Justin Bell has composed for. Are they an in-house composer for Obsidian? Let's find out. Celebrities, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Bell composer. Anthony Bell, musical composer. Well, yeah, he's gotta be. Just a quick look tells me that he was the composer for Grounded and in the sound department for The Outer Worlds. So, yeah. Music department, 11 credits. Critical Role, Jesus Christ. That's dude. Mighty Med. Yeah, he is a well-established video game composer, primarily for Obsidian Entertainment, and good on him. Love it. I have absolutely nothing to add then. Oh, hey, how you doing, man? Turtle, I heard you're not super well, so I hope you're on the way up. False. I bet our good friend Deadman just hosted me, didn't he? Cheers to him and everyone coming over from there. Very lovely indeed. Here lies the dead man. What more can we add to that? Something like this. Oh, the ferryman delivers this set of unwanted souls. Not super nice, implying they're unwanted. Yeah. Enjoy dinner, my man. I hope you had a really good stream in Rapture tonight. I was at work late because, we had the most Monday of Mondays today. I turn up to the Dead Do Raid. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Slightly better than the Dead Do Rave. I had the most Monday of Mondays, as in, turn up to work to meet the new person. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. And then I realize I've left my work laptop at home. And I can't log in without it. So I need to go home and get it. And I don't want to drive back all the way in. So I get to turn up for 20 minutes or so, meet the new person, take him for coffee, be friendly, and then get to go home and continue working. Ridiculous Jimbal's action. Though, an excellent introduction to me and my ways of working to the new person in the team. So I guess it does serve at least one purpose, right? Or a good evening. I hope the world is treating our people particularly well. Some days, I don't know. Yeah, so it was a mild frustration having to go into the office then go home again, but I took the opportunity to, here's a slightly more philosophical bent to it. Well, like labor laws? So, my workplace is flexible. They allow me to do what I want a lot of the time. They're not so strict on scheduling because they don't have an actual huge need for it. And they're not driven for efficiency at all time. Oh, don't worry. Balls, you can lurk as much or as little as you'd like. For everyone who wants to stick around, it is good to see you. Otherwise, have a good Monday night. Enjoy your games, or your rest, or your cooking, or some TV shows, because Monday night is night, House of the Dragon night. Not surprising. Anyway, my workplace is pretty flexible, and I like that because it's really good for me. And that flexibility allows me to do stuff that is good for the brain. Like, when I walked back to my car park to go home, I stopped and got a coffee and a cinnamon scroll because my workplace is flexible enough that I don't need to be explaining where I am at every second of every day, and I don't need to pay back that time. The time that was created due to my own stupid fault. This is a lot of flexibility that's not offered to people lower down in the social ladder, right? That sort of flexibility gives me more free time to do other things that I need to do in my life. Sometimes I work from home and then I clean during breaks. My house is cleaner. Helps my mental health. I take less sick days. And the house is relatively tidy and or clean, and I can spend time in my own way. I took more sick days when I was in a lower position, and I had a more stringent work schedule when I was a service desk analyst. And I think at least part of that could be attributed to the fact that I had less freedom, and so I was in a worse place mentally. So I would need to regain some of that freedom by not gonna sick you, baby. All my brain and body just felt bad. Couldn't go in, couldn't make it do the brain juice, right? Just, do you think workplaces lose that much by giving flexibility to their staff? Or do they gain happier and healthier and more productive workers because of that? Because of the freedom offered? And in the end, I think the freedom's worth it in itself. That kind of guy. Hey look, I've already booted Deadfire. Ta-da! There's Slam! I'm gonna pause this music. Turn a light on. I'll be back in a second. There's one. And just a little mood lighting, huh? Let's make my face look redder than normal. I could color balance it out, you know. Slightly green tinted. Blush, yes. Foundation. Captain Henqua's treasure. The area seems unremarkable but for a set of large rocks placed in a triangular formation. You compare the barren desert paths with the notations and landmarks of Captain Henqua's map. This is the site of his buried treasure. You lost an item. Captain Henqua's treasure map. You dig at the spot until your shovel hits a bag of coins bursting at the seams. Kneeling to gather up armloads of riches, you spot the corner of a buried chest. You dig faster and pry open the chest. A fortune in jewels and goods sparkle in the light. Look at that. And fancy armor. But that was the treasure that we got primarily by doing a bounty, so the special set of bounties that were just like, okay, go in and kill these last members of the team and take their treasure map. And we're like, okay. What is that? Gotta go through John. Wow. Go check that out. It's energy drink flavored. Doesn't have much, if any, caffeine, so it's not a real energy drink. But it is tasty.
I said no to talk. The drowned barrows are closed.
An elderly dwarf woman folds An elderly dwarf folds her arms, her disapproving frown warping the tattoos that encircle her face.
If you want to join your son, you can offer yourself to Nemnock next season.
Did I miss Nemnock offering season again?
An outlander.
Tatok goes starry-eyed with awe, but a hard look from Anik silences him.
Tatok, you will not speak to outlanders if they mock our ways.
He raises an admonishing finger, leaving you in the periphery.
You would defend broken traditions? They do not serve us anymore.
Oh.
Our elders crossed the land bridge to protect their children. You disgrace their memory, feeding our young to the mountain Anik.
The auburn-bearded dwarf waves toward an imposing peak on the horizon, its cliff face shaped like a leering skull.
Nemnock will release my son, or perish.
Tatok utters the words in a hate-filled whisper that causes Anik to hiss through her teeth. What happened to your son?
Kali sacrificed himself for the good of the tribe, right, Tatok?
I lived a full life in the shadow of the barrows. Kali deserves the same.
If you reject Nemnock's accord, then you are truly lost. May Kali find peace in the embrace of the Mighty One.
Anik grits her teeth and marches across the settlement, turning her gaze to linger on the distant outline of the mountain.
I spit on Nemnock.
The air feels slightly warmer around the carved figure. You should expect things to happen when the party arrives. Orphan Dog, Nalvi, Golf, and reduce penalty to armor. Not as good as having two bears, but still. These fish have long since dried and lost their odor. Uttering in prayer, the tattooed chieftain scoops palmfuls of sound into a stout mound. He leans forward and blows on the mound hard enough to scatter it to the breeze. The smell spreads across her face as the breeze carries due north.
I offer amends for the slight of Tatok, Great One. A gift of breath and wind for his wasted words.
She opens her arms and calls out to the northern horizon. Finally, she dusts off her palms and turns to you.
Speak up, unless you're just resting your sea legs.
He raises an eyebrow and nods. If we were a dwarf, we could talk. What's the tribe of boreal dwarves doing in the Deadfire?
Thriving, my outlander friend.
Her lips part, showing strong teeth.
The elders of my youth told stories of those who crossed the sea by a great land bridge. Now, I tell them to my children. The gods opened a path for us, and we trudged forward, spurred by inviting whispers carried over the horizon.
Nods toward the mountain in the north.
We followed prophecy until we found mighty Nemnock, who gives us safety, security, and a future.
He lets out a breath and smiles. What was that argument about?
Kali joined mighty Nemnock in the drowned barrows, against the wishes of his infidel father.
Anik folds her arms and glances over your shoulder.
Nemnock does Kali great honor. Tatok is a fool to think otherwise.
Alright, so this is worth pointing out. One, when the party or the players or the important people arrive on the scene, it's more likely that something interesting is happening, right? Sorry, it's not specifically likely that something should happen every time they arrive, but recognizing that they are in fact plot pivotal actors means that it's not too dissonant for them to feel like when they arrive things happen, because that allows the players to have something to latch onto, to engage with. There was an argument here when we turned up, even though we just turned up by random happenstance. It's just coincidence. But contrivance or coincidence is comes along a similar point as how I deal with troubleshooting issues with computers. When I was a first level technician, I'd hear often, "It worked fine yesterday," and my only reasonable response a lot of the time was, "Yes, everything works until it breaks. What we do now is we fix it." Because everything works until it breaks. This village is quiet and silent until something happens. Why not have the thing happening coincide with the time where it's most narratively interesting. Writing a story without tropes or contrivance is totally possible, but it's boring. Right? Sometimes common convention is there for a good reason. Anyway, let's ask the important question. What's Nemnok?
Nemnok is the god of this island and patron of our tribe.
Anik crosses her arms over her chest.
Nemnok gives life and safety to all Junvik. To feed the barrows with sacrifice is to feed our prosperity.
Why did Nemnok take your tribesmen?
It is not for me to question the will of a god, nor is it any business of yours.
She furrows her brow and pins you with a warning glance.
Cully was blessed to be taken. May we all be as clever and beloved as he.
Iliogi mentioned something about Nemnok's accord.
In exchange for our obedience to Nemnok's laws, the Mighty One guarantees our safety and plenty.
She clasps her hand over her heart and bows to the north.
One day, all of the Deadfire will accept Nemnok's accord.
I doubt that.
A strange covenant from a strange god, I say.
Takeo touches his chin and purses his lips.
You are the only strange one here. Enormous fish.
She stares up at Takeo with a mixture of distaste and awe. Back to my other questions.
Speak on then.
As she sighs and waves you on. Okay, let's study her face tattoos. The ink outlines a complex maze from her jaw to her brow. You get a little dizzy just from peering closer. Anik smiles as she takes note of your interest.
When I was born, the Holy Woman told my mother these markings would bring me luck.
Yep.
So far, they bring only more questions. But is that not the nature of faith?
She chuckles to herself. Farewell. Okay. Well, there's a god that's accepting sacrifice from townsfolk. Generally, we don't like that sort of thing. Let's see if there's anything we can do about it. Hungry dog!
Can I borrow a sword? I
Oh.
promise to be careful.
Might. Less likely to be hit. And plus might. That's amazing.
Outsider, you come for food?
The merchant squares her shoulders and folds her arms. Yes.
As you wish.
It's a little weird just to have stuff in the middle of nowhere like that. I'm just buying shit now because we can. It's worth doing. Buying random shit. Just embrace, huh? Well, that's not bad. Yeah. There you go. Hey Tatok, tell me about Nemnok.
Some ink must have leaked through Anik's skull if she thinks I'll stand idly by.
That's good. Tatok mutters to himself as he presses a fine chisel into the scales of his armor, engraving runes one laborious curve at a time. Leaning for a better look. Watch out, a three-headed Nemnok! That's the second biggest Nemnok I've ever seen. The runes are in the Nussatak language, at least half of which spell out a litany of violent and colourful curses. The chisel goes askew and draws a harsh line across the iron. Tatok's eye twitches.
Ah, there goes the rest of my day. What do you want, Outlander?
Sparing your glance, Tatok begins to furiously buff the metal with the edge of his fist. Anik told me about Kali.
She tell you about walking him up to the mouth of the barrows without my say?
He grimaces to the east.
Nemnok accepted him. An honor to some, a tragedy to me.
Tatok sighs and wipes his brow with the back of his hand. This Nemnok lives in the Drowned Barrows?
Aye, there in the big mountain. Mighty Nemnok's hall of power.
He nods toward the distant peak.
Nemnok and the ogres watch over our
Ogres?
tribe, keep us safe. But the cost.
He shakes his head and chisels a deep accent into one of his runes. I hear that Nemnok is your god?
God of the island, a great terror of a being, but kind to us when we follow the rules.
He shakes his head at the stone idol in the center of the village.
His likeness is the most any of us have seen. We only meet his ogre minions who guard the isle. The children we send, they face him in the mountain.
He nods toward the northern horizon. Heard nothing about a new god. This might bear a closer look.
Nimnok sure takes like a god. He demands readers, scribes, anyone handy with ink and quill. My collie had the misfortune to be born clever.
Hatok grimaces to himself. See, that's interesting. Did anyone else assume definitely eating them?
Did you say you'd go to the Mountain of Power? Would you find my boy while you're there?
Hatok pauses his work to blink at you.
We send other tithes to the mountain as well. Gold, gems, items of power, if such things interest you.
Hatok winks and clears his throat. Yeah, you could eat smart people, but why exclusively smart people? Why would you put in your demands, bring me your smartest to people who can read, so I can eat them? Also, hey Golem King, good to see you tonight. If anyone here is not currently checking out Golem King's streams on Saturday morning, I do suggest you check him out. Myth is a very interesting game, and I don't want to play it myself, so good thing someone else will do it for us! I'll look out for Carly while I'm there.
My thanks, Outlander. I have no cause to expect help, but I'll take it where I can.
Hatok tentatively inclines his head. Did I not say Myth? Did I say mist?
Next time it'll be Nimnok who pays.
Hatok chews his lower lip and sighs as he marches toward his hut. Or he continues to stand there. That's fair. Well, I will accept my own error. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I would actually play Myst. I've read the Myst novels. All of them. The Book of Atris, the other 3. I was trying to impress a girl, okay? It didn't work. Oh. It's fine. It may impress them now. But who? Also, you know what we can do? Let's turn down my brightness. Oh, look at that. It's a less shiny Jimbles. Is that better? Yeah. Only one way to find out. Yeah, okay. By streaming, you son of a bitch. Streaming you reading the book? I could do that. That'd be much more fun. Hey, comrade. Being nerds. Corey heard Mist as well. Okay. Advantage everyone else. Unless chat is wrong because they're just, you know, lying. Possible. They have 0 consequences. I'm working on it, comrade. A mountain commands the northern horizon, its cliff face the likeness of a rotted skull. Scavenger birds circle high above its peak in a morbid halo. Go north. Hey, rebooting, thank you very much. Man, glad to see you live again too. Glad to see you alive after your adventure/misadventure. As you approach the base of the mountain, the beating of drums reverberates from the skull's gaping mouth and vacant eye sockets. Step through the mouth. As you, the overhanging jaw and upper palate eclipse the sky, and echo of voices from the throat of the mountain signal that you aren't alone. Ooh, 4/4 white zombie creature tokens. I've always wanted some of those. Welcome home from hospital. It is nice to have you. I also have read a blog post that I will not link to in chat, obviously, but I gotta say, that's an adventure. Lord.
Promising.
There are white zombies. What do you mean? They explicitly eternalize is a... Oh my god.
Could be a fight.
Oh! It's walk up and immediately attack. Okay, well... Puritan Dweller. They're fucked.
Good.
Go.
Come on, give them all a whole bunch of buffs. Aloth. Missile the fuck out of them. Scrivener Acolyte. Okay, well... They're clearly up to some mischief. What the fuck is going on? Yes, Aloth!
Yes, Captain. The pleasure is mine.
Right here.
Yeah, yeah boy. We can't get... Oh.
Just like
Is he a fake fan if he can pull out a keyword from the third Ravnica set? Yeah? Aloth, no.
Yes, indeed.
I was distracted. Third Ravnica set? Maybe? Is that where the bomb was? Nothing particularly useful. Did anyone see how Aloth took advantage of me, like, finger gunsing the camera? The first time in Cat, I was way off. Never mind.
Let's take a look.
And, like, he started to cast Fireball on the party. Thin tendrils of steam rise from the pool of sulfur. I was on like 2 or 3. I was like, yeah, I was fucked. I haven't played anything in a long time. Since like the second Innistrad set. There you go. Also, I figured out why people aren't getting completely naked. I have 2 mods installed and they conflict. Which is hilarious. Apparently you can have an Aloth who likes more stuff, or you can have people wearing permanent underwear.
Wait, look there.
And everyone should be very pleased with the fact that I chose Aloth. Classic Jim. Yeah. I install a fuckload of mods in Stardew and I go to a lot of effort to make sure that they work together. And here, I've got 2. But I like Aloth. You know?
Gotta have something here that works.
Such a range on Mind Blades, good lord.
just like
Crave.
Get back over there.
This does not work.
What are Flame Naga doing here as well? Exactly, rebooting. Like, I haven't gotten in trouble for it yet. Because it's... You know, like, I would say something like, it's not explicitly sexual content, they're just naked.
Feel
Yeah, that does make me sound like a nudist. I'm not a nudist. But, like, naked corpses are not sexy.
This does not work.
Hashtag unpopular opinion. But, like, we saw it primarily when we went to a bathhouse,
Good thinking.
right? And that just makes sense. I mean, I should know. I get the feeling blood. I get the feeling that they'd have an issue with it because it would interfere with advertising. That's the only thing they care about. But I personally don't think it should. Antidote, Steph. We're walking in here, we've discovered nothing useful. I know when it comes to streamers and what they are, sometimes they are. They're lovely in female presenting. So, I know when it comes to streamers, the idea on clothing is, like, well and truly up to intention. It's, like, well and truly up to interpretation, because what we're looking for is the nudity appropriate to the scenario? So, like, if you are in a hot tub, you could be wearing a bikini. Ooh, free greatsword. Sweat speckles your brow as you step closer to the glowing forge. I know in game there is a, like, no R-rated game, or X, you know, the highest possible rating of games. Done. Also, there is an additional banned list. They include Honeypop and everything by Andrew Yang, which I've complained about and will continue to complain about before. He writes interesting queer games.
Behold me, mother.
Jesus, Adair.
Hey.
I haven't played Honeypop.
I shall be discreet.
My sister likes it, apparently, and the sequel.
Look.
Death Warden.
I'm honest.
Does anyone else feel like we're missing out on some nuance or interesting parts of a quest here because we walk in and they instantly want to kill us? Sometimes I feel that way, and then like we kill all of the side people and then we get to talk to the main person. It's totally fine. So maybe we'll be in that scenario. Oh, cool. All right. Well,
Something I can do?
enjoyable but shallow gameplay. Cool. Surrounded by good characterization and writing. This alcove reeks of a distillation experiment gone wrong. Is my bread and butter, is it not? we play that sort of game all the time. Especially with how I... Ah, fuck. Andrew Yang. I must have fucked that up. Robert Yang. Robert Yang is the game designer who writes really interesting, clear games. No, Andrew Yang is a politician. Because little trad wife.
Is this something?
You need something?
We could, but also Aloth could just like...
That's it.
Yeah, do your thing, buddy.
I cannot whack him any harder.
There you can, buddy. Just keep whacking. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, with his dad was just one of them. I picked up an anti-sigil of, like, a ward stone against Sigil of Death, but why bother when I can just do this?
That's it.
That's a
This is
boy.
futile.
It's not, you're doing great. Keep dealing extra damage and hurting yourself. But you're not in combat, so it's not actually really hurting yourself. Come on, buddy. A little bit more. I believe you. Atta boy.
Oh,
And what do we have here?
Good God.
I got this. I got this. Easy does it.
Really don't want you to get into this room, do you? Save. Touch this. Door opens. Stairs down. Neat. Guess we'll keep exploring.
Keep it down.
these instruments
I didn't
are helpful here.
consider it too much, but I did consider grabbing a save game editor or something similar. Just to... God, there's existential horror when it comes to this statement, but make Aloth like us more. Actually, if we're considering the existential horror, we should be... I should be ashamed of myself for what I did before. I edited his personality to make him more amenable. That's not a good thing. That's bad. Did that come up in Doki Doki Literature Club? DDLC? Crown of the Drowned Burrows.
I sense a predator in the water.
Anyway. Because it should have. That's fascinating. Imagine that as a concept. You could do the expected... Okay, I've edited someone's personality to make them nicer. Or sexier, or something. And that's a perversion, an alteration of their personality that's interesting. But what if you were like, I like you, I like who you are, but I need you to be cooler about stuff? Does it change things that is a personal choice, my friend? Did you just zap your allies again, Aloth? Did you? Aloth?
Oh, good.
Get him! Oh, it's not Mind Blades. He really doesn't need it, though. Hey! What is he doing?
Feel it.
Just give himself Resolute. That's fine. Adair, would you
Happen, I swear.
pick someone and just focus on it maybe?
Very nice,
God.
Reka. La pletu bidga.
I actually think this conversation is less useful if I don't have, like, Emma nearby who can talk about masking. As a neurodivergent enabler, her Facebook page is happy to go into detail on, like, that's essentially what I'm saying. But it's masking being done against your will. Against your will, without your input, and also, in some capacity, maybe you've chosen.
You have my attention. Next time, a challenge.
Implosion charge. Maybe. The eyes of the statue seem to follow you as you move about the room. The place is creepy. We're not going up there, we're not going down there, we're going across. Yeah! Then we'll figure out what the fuck is going on. Can we talk to Rekka? Yeah, we can. We did so last time. He learned a new language and he was like, yeah, it's cool, I speak lots at home, so it's not that strange that I learned a new one here. He's so good.
Are we gonna fight someone? I wanna throw the first punch.
I would be sad if Rekka doesn't reappear in some capacity. Hot air billows up from the depths of the sanctum. That is trapped.
Isn't this something?
Yes, it is. If I could click on things appropriately, it would be much faster. And hey, you get what you're given. It's another staircase down? Oh, come on, man. We're heading up to the crown so we can figure out what the hell's going on. It's also that this is really organized and well stocked with a lot of people and well built for this place in the side of a mountain. What is going on? Who is Nemnok? Does the village come up here? Is this a show of power that they're like, okay, we'll show you the beginning. You can be intimidated and give us your smart people. I'll only eat him a little, I promise. Ah.
I'm learning a lot.
Quick and quiet.
Yeah, that was Rekka speaking Adirian. Like, well, these ones aren't enemies.
What's this?
Oh, there we go.
I already told those Aeton clods were at capacity for scribes and acolytes. Those incessant drums have beaten our guards senseless.
Probably didn't want to get noticed that quickly, but here we go. The robed acolyte curls his lip and advances on you with a look of frank appraisal.
We aren't accepting new recruits. Now go! Our progress wallows as you degrade the left eye with your presence.
He makes a shooing gesture. Sorry, I'm new here. Should I be in the right eye?
I tell you exactly where to go. This mountain has no rear end. Only
folds
Nemnok's
his arms
chosen
over his
are
chest.
out here. And we're all full up. I should kill you for even glimpsing this sanctum uninvited.
He thumbs his chin and weighs the matter.
Does Ingati's chosen get the freedom of the skull, little man?
Takehu smiles broadly down at Canuck. This is not going to go well, Takehu.
We could use someone to reach the high sconces, but no, it's out of the question.
You need 20 bluff. We only got 18. 20 bluff! That's very high. God. Jeez. You know what? I actually want to do something. Attack.
Acolytes?
Nope. Load the quick save we made. Or the autosave, that's even better. Hell yeah. We're going to don some perfume, which should raise bluff just enough to make that one. I'm going to give it a go. Slam should not be punished for not having 20 bluff. We get +2 to it, we'll make it. Slam shadows. You have a tiny bottle of perfume we're just keeping. Oil of allure, there we go. I knew. Kept it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Be right there.
Nope. Damn it. Fuck. That's a bit ridiculous, I gotta say, on my part. Because the Ayrtons are not friendly. Health. Oil of Allure.
Right here.
That did not affect you, did it?
Foes ahead.
What?
Hey there. Leave it to me.
What's this?
Okay.
I already told those Aeton clods were at
This is
capacity
terrible.
for scribes and acolytes. We
heard
aren't
that?
accepting new recruits.
Should I be in the
I
right
tell you,
eye?
only Nemnok's chosen are allowed.
Does Ingat?
We could use someone to reach the high sconces, but no, it's out of the question.
I came to pledge my loyalty to Nemnok.
You did.
He purses his lips critically.
Of course, you're late for giving season. Though Nemnok knows we could use the help. Of course, it's not my call to make. And you won't get to Nemnok unless you deal with the Death Warden first.
Death Warden?
You know, Aetons. The big ones, yeah?
He sighs heavily and gestures toward the hallway.
One of our resident Aetons carries a wardstone, which opens the way to Nemnok's realm past the gates of death.
Hold up the sigil of mortality. Will this waterstone do me any good?
Where did you... Never mind. I do not wish to learn of it.
Yudok raises a defensive hand.
Just try not to disturb Nemnok on your way downstairs, hmm?
Punch him in the gut. This one help? Yeah, that one. Okay, Helmden says, thanks, man. Oof. What is this place?
From this hallowed sanctum, mighty Nemnok protects the Junvik people. With more benevolence than my former tribe deserves, if you ask me.
Very well.
I give it 5 minutes before the Aetons squash you into mush. But thankfully, it's no concern of mine.
Kunuk taps his chin and shrugs as he walks off. Well, now we need to kill this guy anyway.
This does not work.
Alright, he does not care. Good, we love this.
How may I help?
Aloth is in Malay.
Hey there. Okay.
I want you to knock down as often as possible, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Hey there. I got this.
Well, that's not stealing. Someone has painstakingly annotated these scrolls of arcane lore with pronunciation guides. Oh, you can just walk in through here. Alright. We should have climbed up through the eye, I guess.
Hey,
These ones we gotta fight?
Just like that.
Jeez. I'm now wondering if this is an interesting interaction with if you go into the mouth and immediately start with all of them hostile and then walk up to the top so that only some of them aren't hostile. I don't know. It's an interesting scenario.
how may I help?
Take that.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Jeez, they have a lot of health too. Look at how much damage we're throwing into them.
I shall. Don't think I can.
Note on the forge. Let this serve as a general reminder that the Flame Naga are sensitive to disruption. If you must venture downstairs, try and give Forge Master Titus a wide berth while she's at work. Many of her staff has not enjoyed favourable encounters with Kith in the past and use the forge as a kind of creative outlet, so let's all do our part to keep them comfortable.
Watch and learn.
They're dead. Sorry.
Never know I'm here. Wait, look there.
Fuck him up.
Lava. Beyond seek.
This does not work.
Come on, come on.
Lava.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
So that's how it's gonna go.
Sweet bloody marrow.
How may I help?
High level spells aren't for single targets.
Show them how it's done.
Just like that.
How may I help?
Scrivener Acolyte killed Scrivener Acolyte. I don't know how that happened, but we should all make fun of them for letting it happen to them.
Keep it down.
Hardy hardy ha.
And what do we have here?
Oh ho ho. Tee hee hee. The occasional sulfur bubble pops on the surface of this warm pool. Climb into the sulfur
Give me a real
pool.
challenge.
You will certainly not regret climbing into the sulfur pool. Look, I can't fault the guy for writing a note that says, "Hey, don't bother our guests." That's good.
She's a light out.
Good. Slam Shadows has discovered that he likes stepping on traps.
How may I help? Keeping an eye
I
out.
shall.
Can only imagine the things we're teaching Valor about how to set off traps. Is it another exit to the Deadfire Archipelago? I bet if you climb into the eyes, ask you which eye do you want to enter through. I just walked in through the mouth like an idiot. I stand by the decision, I just think it's very funny. Secret entrance, regular entrance. Let's go through the gates of death. But let's take a nap beforehand as well. Really do mean gates of death. So many traps, need to touch the skull and ugh. Fuck me. Poor Slam. He hasn't had a good nap in ages. Anyway, payment spells. Swordfish. No. Great God, it's not bad. Intellect and might and beneficial effect. Yeah, absolutely. You can have that. You can have that as well. Yeah, fantastic. I like feeding my people food.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
I know it's not incredibly deep, but it is nice to give him some bonuses. I also, of course, love stacking them with visiting brothels. I'm glad Constantine's massage stacks with some of the other brothel bonuses. That is not the entire, but at least partial inspiration for why when I made a bard subclass for 5th ed,
Occasion.
I specifically included bonuses. Okay. When you have a courtesan bard just like around when you rest, they don't have to do
Mighty
anything.
Nemnoch, we lay down our lives before your magnificence. What's this? Who trespasses on our devotions?
Acolyte's voice echoes across the hall. A resounding chant from the worshippers continues uninterrupted.
Nemnoch, Nemnoch, Nemnoch.
You've taken your last step in the Master's sanctum, Outlander. Nemnoch will suck the marrow from your soul.
The delighted call rises from the congregation as they redouble their chant. Is that you, Carly? I met your father.
My father is a disbeliever. I have risen above him.
Carly... Sorry, I'm washing out my soda stream bottle. Carly balls his fist at his sides and turns to look away. I only realized how that sounded.
Nemnock is the All-Devourer, the one who swallows gods and vomits forth their skulls. The one true power of Aora. Let me show you. See for yourself.
Spreading his arms wide, Carly begins an incantation under his breath. Many of the supplicants mirror the gesture. The beating of the drums increases in tempo. Then Carly draws a long dagger from his robe. Don't do anything foolish now. He draws the blade across his palm and hisses through clenched teeth. Leaning over the mouth of the pit, Carly lets his blood drip down. Hot breeze gusts from somewhere far below.
Nemnock, Nemnock.
This is just like old failure.
Silence!
Carly grimaces and redoubles his prayers with more fervent conviction.
Nemnock, you are the gaping maw, the lidless eye, the shadow between stars. You are the red curtain, the secret in amber, the light of the Audra.
He squeezes his hand into a fist, forcing more blood to drip from his wound as he feeds the void of the pit.
Nemnock, 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 Nemnock.
Stop this, Carly.
Beloved Nemnock, come forth and let all non-believers wither before your killing stare.
Carly holds out his arms. The air from the pit roars like an approaching inferno.
Yes! Yes! Nemnock comes!
I don't like where this is headed. Deal with Carly and Nemnock. Shit! The chant of the acolytes raises to a fever pitch as the enormous form rises from the pit and flaps its leathery wings. A pair of eyes like cut gems, narrow to study you. Nemnock, I presume. After a moment of contemplative silence, the creature simply turns its focus away without care.
What have you brought me, supplicant?
It gestures with an open claw, focusing on Carly.
Sacrifices, mighty Nemnock. Behold!
Carly gestures towards your party. The worshippers around the circle raise their hands and cheer.
He cannot be speaking of us, right, Captain?
Takeo turns an anxious look from Carly back to you. I didn't come to fight. Nemnock, let's talk.
Ha! The mighty one has no need for idle chatter.
Shut up, Carly.
Do not waste your breath, acolyte. I sense this one serves another master.
Nemnock waves Carly aside and glares at you with hateful intensity as worshippers take up their chant anew.
Nemnock, 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 Nemnock.
I am the only master under this mountain, child. If you will not serve, your blood will fill the inkwells of my loyal scribes.
Nemnock's toothy grin broadens, eliciting a cry of joy from the worshippers. You look like a giant imp to me.
Ah, you have seen more of the world than I guessed. But I am more than your studious eye could perceive.
Really?
Every scroll and grimoire my servants collect swells my power, child.
Nemnock spreads open his arms. The supplicants mirror the gesture.
And with power, I will reign a terror long overdue on all who resist me.
You're still just a giant imp, though.
Mighty one?
Carly turns to regard Nemnock with wide eyes.
Is your faith so brittle that it can be challenged by an outlander?
Nemnock's eyes narrow further. Its massive head shakes with disapproval.
Through knowledge, I am stronger than any mortal. Submit to me, child. Resist, and you shall perish.
A wail rises from the congregation. Alright, what are your terms of surrender?
Terms?
Nemnock blinks at you.
My covenant is this. Gather grimoires of power from beyond the mountain. Return them to me as a sign of your devotion. Do this knowing at all times that I am your god. Fortune and glory await loyal service.
Nemnock gestures at a pile of treasure under the looming statue. I'm leaving. Try and stop me, imp.
You are honored to die by my hand. Accept this blessing.
Nemnuk points a long claw and screeches as he swoops in to attack. Acolytes take up a spirited cheer. Oof.
Speak your mind.
We ain't no fool.
That must have hurt.
We can take him.
No need to ask.
Seriously? Need you. Do that, so when these fuckers come and try and kill Vader, we'll be prepared. Come on, come on. Oh, Carly's dead. Sorry. Oh, did she lose the spell, Eloth? Come on. Oh, that looks pretty good. Wrecker's on low health? Oof, terrible. Better give him a bonus. None of our... Wait, no, Slam can heal. We do this. We heal our allies. He's stunned. Great. We're good. It's when they're struck in melee. We don't strictly need that. Summon an Aloth duplicate. Yep, do that.
Wrecker, go for my captain.
He's still up at least a little bit.
Crave, feel, fear.
Come on, we can take him. Oof, he's down. That's his second wound.
This is futile.
This. Uncrossing yourself. Do that. Stun everyone. Come on, buddy.
Not exactly what I was
Good.
looking for. What say?
Push back. Good.
Come on!
Nemnok really hurts.
At your service.
Boiling spray. How do we deal with this guy? Not spirit shift again. It only affects enemies. Let's do it. I thought that charm would be longer range. We can do that. Good job. Oof. Very good, Takeru. Keep going.
There's a walloping!
Crave, feel, fear.
Nemnok hasn't taken much. You knock him down, man?
Need something stronger.
No. Aloth, for God's sake. The res we got Slam is short range. Aloth. Stop it!
I'm the next one.
We got a few spells left. Not many, that's for sure. Of life. That.
Need something stronger.
Hey there.
Carries on low health.
Lost too much water.
More healing, please. Keep going, buddy. Ah, knockdown.
Hey,
Nope, we don't want to delay blast fireball, I assure you.
I should have that.
Get a Ninagor's killing bolt out on the Sparrow's guard. Why is Mind Blade's hitting Vela? Okay, cool. Oof. Such a short range. That'll hit allies.
That will do, I say.
We'll move in a little bit.
Some help here.
Get ourselves some armor. Slam is now enough to allies. There's on low health now.
I need some help here.
No! My amulet!
Your amulet? I don't even know what happened. But hey, Wreck is up. Let's go. Let's get Wreckade. Okay, I need you to move just a little bit closer, and then we'll pull out this healing that affects people around you. Good, 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 good. Got enemies. I actually think regular zap. Chance to knockdown.
Makes no difference here.
Seriously, this is a great spell. Crush damage and knocks enemies prone. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
For one.
Not any closer!
I think he's got that. Yeah, he does. He also has Arcane Reflection on him. What do you think he's casting a fireball, do you think? For that. Got the fireball that also heals us. Let's do that. We got this. We're getting closer.
Stay back! Not any closer!
Alright. Quick and insightful. Let's get up there and use that. Sorry, everyone. Alright, Nemnock, come on. Give it up, buddy.
Yeah?
Power ourselves to get all of our abilities back. Honestly, I should just end that off. There we go.
No!
We target that a little bit. We don't hit slam. Oh man. Alright, Nemnock, this is just how it's gonna turn out. Not sure why I'm coughing.
No!
Look, I honestly would have loved to watch the cultist see his god die, right? But he died first. Like, very early on, he took a lot of AoE damage. Ah! Did you see that? Just cast a fireball at a single person. That's Aloth's thing, you fool.
Aye. Yeah.
I gotta use more chatter. Yeah, detonate. Let's just detonate him. Whoa! We just detonate earlier. As the fizzling energy dissipates and the dust of battle clears, all that remains is a shattered amulet and a tiny injured imp. Chanting of acolytes ends with a gasp. What acolytes?
No! No, no, no! Nemnock's amulet! Nemnock's wondrous jewel!
Scrambling, Nemnock picks up the two halves of the now oversized medallion and tries to fit them together. The metal pieces fall apart the instant Nemnock lets them go.
Broken forever! No! You no kill Nemnock, eh? Kind Nemnock!
The imp cowers back and raises its claws, shuffling closer to the edge of the pit. What just happened?
Amulet made Nemnock smart. Smart enough to read magic books. All gone.
Nemnock clutches its head and lets out a prolonged howl. Yeah, Golem, I kind of think we should have.
Nasty Arkhamir never taught imps to read. House full of books, eh?
Arkhamir again, huh? Nemnock kicks a stone, sending it clattering into the pit.
Nemnock stole his pretty jewel. Learned to read, grew strong, grew big, eh? Nemnock said someday he'd fly back and free the others. Give them books too.
I suppose Arkhamir didn't want you to get out of control. Sighing, Nemnock looks off to the distance.
Awful man hurt imps, eh?
Nemnock spits into the pit, his tiny chest heaving up and down.
This a terrible day. Nemnock not smart enough to remember how smart Nemnock was.
The imp stares down at its claws, lost in thought. Well, now I feel bad. Would you like to join me in my travels? Blinking up at you, Nemnock cocks its head.
Nemnock was God. Nemnock had riches, acolytes, power. Now must be pet.
The tiny imp grimaces at the thought. There's money in my pack if you ever feel like cozying up to it. Edging closer, Nemnock inspects your belongings and wrinkles its nose. Offering the tiniest of shrugs, Nemnock opens the flap to your travel supplies, climbs inside, and rests its head on a small mound of copper pies. Moments later, you hear gentle snoring. You've gained an item, Nemnock! Max and power points for the whole party. And your party gains additional level 1 spellcast for druids, priests, and wizards.
Consider it done.
Someone has lovingly rubbed the statue with scented oils, which are still wet. Ah, chromoprismatic quarterstaff. That's pretty good, actually. I'm gonna give that Alof. Ooh. The Veil Piercer. Ooh, the Mundane Shell. It's actually really good. Legendary. Well, sucks to be all of you, huh?
Sure.
Sure it does.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Well, well, well. Nemnock, you absolute fuck. The Nemnock quest. All this just for a pet. No, my friend. A pet that only cost me all of this. What have we learned from this? Don't trust imps. Oh, come on. He was a slave. He was just defending himself. He started a cult. Cult's bad. They explicitly sacrifice people. Well, I only want the smartest to get more spells and magical power.
Tag along. The dead fire is awfully big for this little Orlin.
Desk, palm slats, onyx. Og. Ooh, Nemnock's cloak. That's a lot of things. Okay. Built for pain. Grants iron skin when you're in 50% health. Curse to endure, barring death's door. That's... Wow, that's... Oh, 15% damage taken. Right. It's not bad. That's pretty good, I'd say. You already learned to not trust imps? Well, I don't know, man. That's all we got. Handmade for... Yeah, when he casts Fireball on himself, it will give him a bonus after that. Because he's currently wearing the Obsidian Cloak that adds nothing. So, not a bad idea. I love your Keybreaker Scepter. It's very cool. It's also something you started the game with. So, buddy, congrats on your new stick! Oh, cool stick, bro. It is legendary already. Power levels for elemental spells, very good. Oh, soul damage, amazing. Increases metaphysics. He has metaphysics. That's his thing. Legendary. Soulstorm. Entropy sheet. No. Launches raw damage. Scoring consecutive hits. That's cool. That just improves that one. Okay, well, we'll want Soulstorm, but we need one additional Luminous Dust. In the meantime, damage when hit or extra, yeah. Enthrall Bloods. Done. Extra, even more damage. Perfect. Aloth, my bro, you look good. It doesn't need this at all. Athletics, mechanics, dex, it doesn't do that at all. Lay on hands, dexterity, sleight of hands. Dexterity might be the idea, to be honest. That is cool mask. Intellect, power levels for all poison. Lay weapons from stealth. Oh, that's cool. I mean, he doesn't stealth, but... Oh, that's a dumb hat. Very good. Hey, love torturing him a little bit. Bad hats. Okay, that should do you. Let's not spend forever just improving.
For me? Be right there.
Oh, that's adorable. You? Yeah, man. We like you. You're a good part of this party. Why we give you a cloak that hurts you. But you cannot die. Good. If you accidentally end up in a duel or something, Aloth, you'll be alright. I want to do a quick search to see if Aloth's quest is written entirely by Chris Avellone, because it seemed like it. Because he wrote Durance, and Durance's quest was just talk to him over and over and over, you know? And then we did Aloth by talking to him. Did Aloth's quest by talking to him a couple of times in different locations. Oh, they've all fucked off. Kiddick's Memo. One of these 8 clods accidentally kicked the switch to the master's private storage room and nearly snapped off the wall. Is the sacred duty of playing drums and watering the halls so boring they had to dismantle our home brick by brick? Took the liberty of pushing some of the barrels of lamp oil up against the switch. At least anyone who kicks these won't live to regret it. None of you should need to enter the storage room, but I want no delays if the master calls for his favorite cloak. Cool. Not only did we already have it, but like, we didn't need to use the lamp oil to get in. That was a tough fight, but highly satisfying. Once in a while, it's pretty good to have a tough fight. You know? Back to Junvik Village. Well, actually, they pronounce the J, the Junvik Village. The Nemnok quest is actually, like, it has an achievement to finish Nemnok in some way. Kill him, finish his quest.
I wish I had seen Cadnua before the Colossus trampled it. How many guests could the master bedroom accommodate? Comfortably, I mean.
8. Other than that, after that, we need to spread out to other buildings. Hey, dude, sorry about your son.
No god of mine steals a child.
Tatok stops muttering when he sees you approach. I take it Kali hasn't returned?
Nay. I hope he's smart enough to slip free of Nemnok's claws.
I'm afraid that Kali is dead. The drizzle nearly falls as Tatok brings his hand up to cover his mouth.
A curse on that wretched...
Sighing, Tatok looks up at the sky and gathers his wits.
I knew this was possible, even likely when I sent you out there. The fault is with Nemnok alone.
He passes you a small patch of coins and resumes his labors, his expression vacant and haunted. Oh.
May the true gods curse Nemnok and curse me for losing Kali.
Hey, dude, I don't want your money. We fucked up. Tough fights are a surprise mechanic. Yeah. The whole thing, it just absolutely makes it feel like, this is absolutely an endgame fight. Enjoy it, buddy. And like, I did. I like seeing those every now and then. Top tier casting, let's do it. It's a shame we don't get the full Wild Strike, because he's not Just a druid who's a druid chanter. Hey, we chose. Buff all allies. Summon. Yeah, alright, that's good. We can use that on bosses. Juice armor. Good job, Takehu. You're level 19. Level 20 is the cap. We're very close to the cap.
Outlander. Something to say?
Oh well.
Leave it to me.
Something to say? Well, I could pull Nemnock out of my bag and put him in a pet slot. How would that make you feel? What do you think? Yeah? Got your gun! It's like, well, that was fucked. Let's get out of here. Outcast Respite. I think we've been there. Yeah, we have. Something funny. Definitely have. Hey, Captain, how was that trip on the ocean? Shit's fucked. What do you mean? It's fucked, man. Oh, what did you discover? Bad things. Alright, thanks. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. No, that's not what I mean. I'm like, it is well and truly weird out there, my dude. Why are we eating? Because some of our people are really injured. See? Poor guy. Alright. Now that we're actually eating food. I think one of the challenges is Remigans is like, your food will rot. Oh, plague shit. Cool. A flare arcs into the sky from the horizon before bursting into a reddish cloud that slowly breaks apart. Flagship Captain, Nia says quietly. Looks like a Rautine junk signaling for assistance. Ragged Sarah and Kathena Stormheart exchange nervous glances. Nia leans in close. Don't think I need to remind you what happened the last time we interacted with the plague ship. Yeah, Kathena Stormheart smirks. There's risk in anything, eh? Even without a spyglass, you can espy a few living crew moving about above deck. Alright, pull aside. As your crew guides your ship next to the afflicted craft, the captain stumbles over. A spear of bright white bone obtrudes from the side of her neck. Gods, she rasps. You here to help? You look down and see that the joints of her wrists and ankles are wreathed with similar eruptions, the skin around her wounds red and weeping. Only one other deckhand gets to his feet. His throat is almost entirely enclosed by a necklace of bone spears pushing through his skin. You can trade if you can. We have a pair of enchanted gloves, supple and quick. He leans heavily against the mast. His breath comes shallow and fast through the strange bone growths. Captain frowns. Thank you, Oroku. I know what those mean to you. Mate dips his chin. An heirloom's not worth much to a corpse. In the shape they're defenseless. Take it for all the worth. That's terrible. What are you people afflicted by? It's Wimbian Sud, the captain says, her raspy voice quivering with fear. Bone frost. I would have claimed the lives of half my sailors. I worry we won't be able to treat the rest. Call forth the sickest sailor from your crew. We'll bring them aboard, examine them, and provide suitable remedies. Rag Sarah gawks. Have you gone mad, Captain? It's bone frost. Rimbian Sud, the scourge of sailors from the White Winds. We'll sink our ship. We're for sure if we catch it. You heard me. Dean Morale. As the sailor shuffles on the plague ship to yours, your crew clears a broad path. Some make warding signs or mutter prayers to Remigand while the sick man passes. Can't thank you enough, the captain says. Without your help, who knows how long we would have been here. He offers you a small box. Take this. Take this, please. A token of my appreciation. Keep it. You need whatever it is more than I do. I don't need magical gloves. I already got magical gloves. Oh, well, what's this? The Crystal Desert, a place that is a higher level than us, even though we're level 19. I wonder what that is. It is explicitly a mega boss. That's right. DLC fights. So what I'm thinking of, it actually would be not too bad. Would you pick up the thing? Thank you. Jeez. Oh look, morale's back. Not all of it, but quite a lot of it. As I pass it. Jeez, a lot of places at a higher level than us. I think we can take Crystal Desert. And if not, I'd like to see it happen. Did we learn nothing from the pandemic? Well, I didn't have an option to put on masks. What was I supposed to do? Just leave them without payments to keep their life afloat? That would be mean. Yeah, they did. Yeah, baby. Bilronga, the Crystal Eater. Hey, buddy.
Behind your crate. Feel it. This will do.
Aye.
Almost no.
You need something.
Oh, there's spiders. Bilronga. Oof. What are you doing in Malay, my dude? Please cast your defense against things that attack me in Malay spell. Slams on low health. That was quick, because he's being attacked by a spider.
Hey.
And having meteors dropped on his head. That's true.
Damn the lad's aim.
Yeah, he's down. Oh, fuck. Did I say a few seconds ago that I was like, oh, I think we can take him? We cannot take this spider. Do it!
Still hasn't learned how to take a hit.
Crit for 77 points of damage.
It makes no difference.
Alright, we're out of here. I've killed this spider once before, I swear. I don't know how I did it, holy shit. Anyway, we'll be back later, maybe when we're level 20. Or more. The Crystal Desert. Alright. Gotta walk through the sun-scorched valley first, the game says. Blank sand stretches towards the thin line of the sea on the horizon, broken on occasion by jagged stone spires that jut from the earth. You notice movement among a jumbled group of rocks ahead. A group of 8 are lounging among the stone pillars. One of the two-headed beasts drowses, its eyes closed, its chins drooping against its wiry head chest. The second sits upright in the sun, covering its legs in sand. It pats the sand, backing it with its heavy palm. Though it seems engrossed in its efforts, you suspect that its 4 eyes provide it excellent peripheral vision. The third beast scratches its back with a broom, yawning with one cavernous mouth, while as the other snores quietly. You don't see any other Ayrton, but there could be others lurking among the stone spires. Perception affliction. Oh, right. You cast a perception affliction on them, of course. Observe. The third Ayrton's waking head glowers at his dozing head and slaps it with a broom. With a snort, the second head blinks to wakefulness and growls. The Ayrton's free hand slaps the first head. The two heads growl at each other, but from this distance you can't really make out what they're saying. Continue watching. Well, let's sneak up. Thanks, Aloth. Wall and I. As Aloth guides you towards the Ayrton, why is Aloth guiding us? One of the beast's head snaps towards the two of you, perhaps having caught the movement out of the corner of its eye. With surprising speed, the beast lifts a massive clump of sand off its buried crotch and hurls it at Aloth. Though the projectile disintegrates in the air, your compatriot still gets pelted directly in the face by Ayrton crotch sand. Flame Shadows was injured. Booed! The Ayrton roars, drawing the attention of its companions. The creature stomped towards you. Well, we're going to have another night of rest then, aren't we? Get him!
Build and saw with.
No. Aloth! How did we give him a fucking quarterstaff? He just teleport and poison enemies? Yeah, alright. There. Do you like that? I like that. It was very silly. These missiles hurt allies as well. Yeah! That's not bad. That's not bad.
And that's how it's done.
Yes?
Spark crackers.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Indeed. Aye.
Okay. That's very silly, I think.
Right here.
Hey. Hey.
Look. Lovely. Notice in the combat log that the Aten are also chanters.
I can't wait.
Not wait to make new friends. We tried. They put us and yelled food. I mean, that's not our fault. And then got covered in crotch sand. Again. The site of a recent battle spreads before you. The bodies of the routed force still lie where they fell, though most have been picked clean by scavenging beasts. Floor, saber. Wow, a single saber. That was not worth it. I hope it's Fang. Hell yeah. What is this? Before you rises a steep mountainside. Rubble and scrub brush block your path, but boulders and areas of erosion might also provide you with an ample handholds. Scale. You begin an arduous climb up the side of the mountain. Soon you come across a small flat ledge on the mountainside. You pull yourself over the edge. A Naga in colourful regalia stands on the ledge, arms raised over a dilapidated totem. A Naga catches sight of you and he rears back, letting a long, high-pitched hiss. Throw an explosive at the totem. Do it, Ricky! Failure. Ricky whips the explosive towards the totem, but doesn't throw it fast enough. It detonates in the air. A high-pitched screech echoes across the mountainside. A horde of bats burst from small holes in the mountainside, catching you by surprise. The bats slam into you, knocking you into a pile of jagged rocks. The Naga hisses and waves its arms, conjuring from the shadows a cloud of living flame. Broken wrenched knee. The Naga begins to chant in a deep, lisping voice. Screeching bats with smouldering wings swarm in a cloud over your head, then descend upon you. Injured. Amazing. Not only are you attacked by bats, you're attacked by bats that are on fire. Good thing it's raining.
Crave.
Fuck a dog.
Feel my fear.
I don't want you to cast that one. It's not as good as the one you'll get now. There. Starting to interrupt everyone.
Bullseye. Oh, this isn't how it usually works.
Jesus.
Just like that.
What are you doing? Alright. And
I'll just have to try something else.
that's it. Okay, get out of there.
Indeed.
Why is Vela taking full fire damage? No. Meteor Orb is probably potentially... There were alkaline bats. Jeez. Thank you for inventing a new horror for us all. Good lord.
Yeah.
Alright. Oof. Oh, Roki can level up. More athletics. More insight. Maybe I can take extra explosives. That'll help us in future, huh? Maybe? What do you think? Prove the shit you've already got. Ta-da! Lovely. Unrelenting. What do you... When he dies, he gets back up. When he gets back up, he regains discipline. 3 of each fighter resource. Fantastic. Would increase your power level. That's just cool. Everything you do is better. Worth it. Thundering Blow. Lowers armor rating. That could be useful. But honestly, Inspired Strike. Dealing high damage, stunning enemies. Enemies behind them are staggered and take raw damage. After you do it, you get acute and swift. Just great, especially for two-hand warrior.
Hey there.
Yeah, Sun grazes the flail. Lovely.
Can I borrow a sword? I promise to be careful.
Somehow, we ended up with... Whoops, just there. Somehow we ended up with bats made of sodium, so it started to rain and they all exploded on us. Jeez. The mountain rises above you, so tall it seems to pierce the sky. Climb the mountain. You heave yourself onto the landing. The cave yawns before you. Great clouds of oily black smoke roll like exhaled breaths from the cave mouth. Stealth, 10. Don't have enough. Into the cave. You wade through the smoke, your eyes streaming and lungs burning, and make your way into the cave. Cool. And there, we were going to take a break, and I'm going to return with a drink. A cool drink. A widely requested drink, actually. Gober's Fang. Quick save. Put on the menu here. Alt-tab. I'll be back in just a moment, okay? I'll see you in 15 minutes with a drink. Yeah, I know. I know. It's fine. Hold on. There you go. Okay. So I talked it up a bunch. What the fuck am I talking about? What is this? Why, of course, it is a Negroni Spagliato. Fuck, I'm terrible at that. Which proves I'm not actually bisexual. This is a joke. Alright, let me shut that door. Hold on. Alright, Jimbles, you talked it up for a bit. What the fuck is going on? So, in some slightly awkward but very very attractive, very flirtatious interviewing between members of the House of the Dragon cast, one of the cast members is asked, hey, what's your favorite drink? And they answer, oh, a Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it. Now, what they mean... so I did a quick search. Negroni Spagliato is like a Negroni, but without gin, you add Prosecco. So it's Campari or another Italian or European bitter orange drink with equal parts Rossi vermouth, red, sweet. And then you add a little bit of gin for a Negroni, which is, it's good. It's fucking gold, I gotta tell you. They're great. They're really interesting bitter drinks that bring out some unique flavors in gin, especially if you've got a sweet gin or a slow gin with a slow berry. Oh, interesting Negroni. That makes it the wrong fucking color, but, you know, fun. But if you add a bit of Prosecco, Prosecco is a very sweet, sparkling wine. It changes the tenor a little bit. Now, this is not my favorite drink. Anyway, why did I bring that up? It's just all over TikTok, my man. Google Negroni space and you'll get Spagliato as like the second suggestion, and there are heaps of articles on how to make it. Prosecco shouldn't necessarily be sweet. Oh, thank you, comrade. I'm really fucking glad I got a sweet one then, because it would be absolutely over, but like it would be lost in the bitter flavor of the Campari. If you used an Aperol, I find Aperol's a bit less intense in the bitter flavor. Additionally, I have a lime wedge, because I don't have any other citrus right now. It should be a orange wedge. Of course, it's fucking Campari, or Aperol, or any other. It's just the appropriate choice. Though the lime doesn't hurt. Lime's its own citrus flavor. It's still beautiful. Prosecco should have the same flavor profile similar to champagne. Really? They're that similar? Champagne, I think you'll find it's called. Anyway, I wanted to give it a go because I am obviously bi, and I have a lot of queer friends who are also caught up in the, I'm fairly certain, non-binary actor talking about their favorite drink, while obviously flirting in an interview with with a femme person, right? So the queer community is going fucking nuts over this cocktail because someone attractive suggested it to them. I say, with love, I do, because trends are allowed to happen, and it pointing at something popular and going, I understand why you get it. You're a sheeple. See? Exactly, comrade. Like, that's pointless. Fucking hell, a lot of people discover something good through the efforts of some person showing it to them. That doesn't make it bad. And so I wanted to have... I wanted to be a snowflake in this avalanche. I wanted to see what it's like. I wanted to give it a try. So I bought a bottle of Campari because, of course, like, I need one. I'm going to make my own Negronis. And I bought a bottle of Prosecco, which I generally don't drink, but Emma does. Not all the time. And I made it. Because I already had red vermouth from Manhattan's. They're lovely drinks. And you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm going to take the ingredients to the next party I go to, and I'm going to be like, hey, all you sexy people who are influenced by a pretty lady, which I am all the time, let me make you this drink. Oh, also, it's a double. That's right. Not that much Prosecco. It's a double. Not a break. Let's play some more pillows, huh?
Nice and quiet.
And what do we have here?
Aye?
We get you that extended range on spells? Yeah, I think we did, huh? I hope that works. Yes! Hit at least one of them. And the archers. Oof, he's really in a line of fire now, isn't he? No, that's very short range. Let's not cast that like that. I think that'll do. Games I'm looking forward to getting into. I literally cannot stop thinking about Stranger in Paradise. As soon as we finish playing it on Wednesday night, I'm like, you know what I could go for? More Stranger in Paradise. It's just fun. It's mindless fun, man. It's challenging at times too. Like, I'm killing bosses on hard mode. I even kind of made one of them look stupid with Ultima.
Oh, good.
And then the next time we fight them, they're like, I'm going to remove Ultima casts, Ultima marks, so you can't do that. They're like, I'm honestly looking forward to whatever Golem King puts into the role-playing game I play with him and Kibble and False Security and Turtle and Deadman. We're about to finish a pre-written adventure. I don't know what's going to happen next, and I'm excited for that. That's going to be good fun. Because I like those people. And I like that game. Nice. That's not a video game? Oh, Slam! Slam!
Your desire? I got this. I got this. It will be so. Isn't this something?
If he fucks this up, he can instantly die. I gotta rest. I gotta rest. The Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, I'm excited about that. Final Fantasy VII Remake was a fantastic game. Absolutely great. Neither do you. Bullshit. You've got ideas already. I know because I threw them at you. And if you're well and truly out of ideas and don't want to run, you know I'll take over. And I'll do a worse job than you. I'm not saying that just to be like, hey, everyone tell me it'll be fine. No, I sincerely mean it. You have done a great job with that game, and it will be great to see what you do next. And if you're out of ideas, we'll figure it out. Should give this to Slam so it gets less. Yeah, have some milk. Extra might for you. Get might as well, I'm afraid.
I'm learning a lot.
The Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is probably highest on the list. Like, we don't have a release date. There's been a trailer that I haven't watched because I know I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm also pretty sure it's going to be out on PS5 and not PC for several years.
Whoa, look.
And
Oh?
I don't know, what can I do about that except say, alright, that's your release schedule. I'm not going to complain about it. I hope I get to play it before too long, otherwise it won't be a bad thing to hear Corey say, it's good, 5 or 6 times before I manage to get around to experiencing that myself, you know? I trust Corey. It's hard because
Right here.
Corey uses his first real name on the internet. Everyone else uses screen names. I fucked that up a bunch. See what people want to do? Yeah, man. Cool. Like, I would suggest saying like, hey, do you want to play a different role-playing game for a bit, like 1 or 2 sessions, and then change back? That's what happened to my Tree of Tales game, and we never got back together. Stupid COVID. Actually, we've got together and hung out a couple of times, and that's so good because I love those peeps. Shout out to Wormwoods. But I want to play a game with them again. Just that Thursday night is also a studying that for me. Hagrid's favor. Fuck me. Legendary Battle Axe. Very cool. Whoa, okay. Give that to Slam because he keeps.
Are we gonna fight someone? I want to throw the first punch.
Heat radiates from the statue in scorching waves. SOT characters? Strength of thousands. Yeah, you should. Go ahead, man. Played a game where a cat trying to do cat things. Stray. Emma has Stray. I've actually nagged her a bunch to play it, and I think it's turned from the partner caring about you, trying to get you to do things you enjoy, ADHD nagging, into I am aware of this and I'm making decisions to do other stuff nagging. So that's when it stops. Cool. No more. Not helpful anymore. It's a hard line to manage. I've heard Stray is real good. I'll give it a go, but I don't want to purchase it right now. I don't know. Look, Slam stepped on 2 separate traps and gave himself injuries. Come over and try it out. I mean, I could also take that as a good idea. Ooh. Cool. My initial objection you may have caught was me being like, I could take 5 steps to my right and play it there. But you know what's more fun is coming over and trying it. That sounds like fun. Ah, my brain. Ashenmoor. That's the next plot beat. We should go to Ashenmoor, to be honest. Alright, we're dropping by Nekataka and then we're going to Ashenmoor. Plot, huh? Plot! Comrade had a point. He walked in, sauntered into the stream and said... No, we've been a... And said, hey, fuck, have you finished the game yet? And we were like, no, we're still going. Still playing. So, maybe he's got a point. Are they? Don't start the fight sound. We don't need it. We don't need that. Honestly, I don't need much of this at all. I know he is well and truly just rattling our chain, right? He doesn't. I know Cormad for a fact does not want us to feel pressure about what we should or should not be doing. But I also am feeling a bit of fatigue when it comes to Pillars. It's a great fucking game, but it's long, baby. It's long when you do everything, and I'm a person that wants to do the entire game, so you end up in scenarios where I'm just like, phew, we should finish this game. Not because it's not worth finishing, but because it is. If I wasn't enjoying it at all, we wouldn't be here. I'd be like, oh, we're gonna read more Vampire, baby. Which we probably will. Because I like it. Because it makes me feel good. Monday one-shots for a bit. Yeah, that's a good idea, you know. I think I will, to be honest. Vector, because I actually map Emporium. Alright, undercover investigative journalist with no magic powers who's attempting to get scoop in the magic college. Yeah, you are boyishly handsome. Actually, very much manly. I like that. Here's the thing. There's no reason to get to scoop in the magic college because they're very open and friendly. Anyway, your character idea? Alright, go ahead. Does it involve being boyishly handsome, or...? I know what I'm doing for next Monday nights. It's more reading. Hey, Sansa.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope.
Trombone Champ looks pretty funny.
How might I assist you?
Oh, jeez, did we not finish your quest? Oh my god. Far southwest. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. That's highly embarrassing. I'm gonna trade party members in a little bit. Soon. We're essentially checking into all the factions and saying, hey, what's up? And they'll give us essentially alright, go do Ashenmoor, then come back. Which is the endgame, by the way. Go to Ashenmoor, right? And then align with a faction to get you through a thing, won't tell you. And then you go to a place, not telling you. Though, if you're paying attention, you've probably already figured it out. And then finish the game. But we're doing something before then. Why, it's 2 DLCs, one of which is an arena fight. Several arena fights in a row. And that's all. Late at night, what? Cowards.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
You are a clever man, Corey. Whatever, whoever, or whatever could have caused that to happen. Yeah, I know. I have to arrange time on my... I played a few more rounds of Blood Hunt and had a much better time than the last time I gave it a go. If Dead Man is around, we tried to do it ourselves and it was good, but then we had a bit of an issue. I think we just talk straight to the person upstairs now. There are a lot of good games, and there's only so much time and only so much Jimble's patience as well. I'll play for an hour or two and then go, time to go do something important. And or stand up and clean a house, or walk the dog, or read smut, or write smut, or something. I'm editing. And editing is a weird mix of, fuck, what the fuck was I trying to say? And also, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Do you suppose a Hasongo was a kind of vengeance for Rawatai's assistance with the God Hammer? Oh, listen to me. It all sounds perfectly mad.
I took care of things at the bathhouse.
Perfetto. What did you discover?
Wano was selling gunpowder and weapons to the Principi.
Diverus? That is worse than I suspected. Please, explain. Spare me no details.
Toller is planning on using Royal Deadfire Company weapons against a Valian trading company convoy carrying luminous Adra.
Madiko, our convoy routes are meant to be a well-guarded secret. I might as well have sent the Principi a letter.
Oh, thank you, comrade. I appreciate that. At the moment, I want to get it through my own editing pass, and then sure, I'll send you book 1. Like the first half. I'm doing an editing pass with fresh eyes before I write the second half, which I want to finish before Fenno next year. For multiple reasons. 1, I need to set a deadline, so I'll work on it myself. 2, it's a decent goal that is internally motivated instead of externally motivated. And 3, how fucking cool would it be to turn up to Fenno next year and say, yes, now we have 3 published authors who regularly attend Fenno. Anyway, Quano is smuggling Royal Deadfire Company munitions.
An interesting scheme. Fortunate that you were able to get wind of it.
It's been like 4 weeks since we did this quest.
That is enough to work with. Agrissima. I do believe I'm going to ruin Quarno's day.
Yeah, just positive reputation gained, that's all.
Belfetto, Watcher. Already our partnership proves fruitful.
Cool. Got anything else?
You know, I wish you'd been
he
around
likes
a
us.
year back. We would have left the Royal Deadfire Company in the dust.
They feel the same way, man. Corey, my dude, I hope you have a good night. Sleep well, or have fun getting up to some sort of mischief, which I'm sure you will.
Now then, did you have a reason for coming by?
Nope, bye. We probably should have had Palagina with us for that conversation. Shit. Feel bad about that, actually. Yeah, well. Let's go. That got better. I got better with each sip. Holy shit, that's entering. I think that is entering my Oh my god, I need to make my own little bartender's book, don't I? So I can write out my cocktail menu, my favorites, my most impressive, and keep them on me so I know how to make them. Cool. Okay. That's the task for another day. Mega's got a point. Trombone Champ is pretty funny. Watch a couple people play it. It's
no. You see anything?
Yep. Free rest there.
I can't wait to make some new friends.
No. You see anything?
Okay, we're just changing party. We don't need to retrain them. Alright, so we are off to see heads of multiple nations. We need Maya. Jeez, sorry for seeing you when we haven't had you in a party for ages. Oh, Constantine's even worse. Okay. No crew members available, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I can recruit them a level 18. Ball, please take all this. Oh, we no longer have random shit to set. Well, no, I think I promised to keep all of that. Okay, I guess we just pay with actual money. Which feels weird. I think we need to rob a few more ships on the way past. Good job, Maya. I like giving her stealth, survival. Ranger, she just gets 1. Requires a melee weapon? Well, we're not getting that. Let's get another passive. Then often not in the same area, so it's not worth having that. That's good. Why? Because we can put a damage on time with just one of her early level abilities. Also, Comrade, I'm pretty sure I've sent you the first story before. At least the first half. That's not a criticism, I assure you. You did it! Level 20! God, look at that guy. Look at that dude. Oh, he's perfect. Damage bonus to weapons. Absolutely. Just perfect. What about a rogue ability? Whatever. I wonder if we retrain him, do we get to choose his classes again? Maybe. Got that mace. He's got that sword. Pick up another one-hand weapon just in case. Weapon mastery. Good God. Maybe? Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago. Hey, Garfield Cart! Hope work was well to you tonight. Treated you well. They're gentle with your mind and soul and energy. Sounds like I'm shit talking, but I'm really not. I'm sincerely hoping work treated you well today. But they, by default, don't. That's work for you. Summon a skeleton. That's all. I mean, it's repeatable. You can just let that chant go on and on, but still. There, that's what I want. There, bonus to defense is perfect. Wasn't anything else we wanted for child? No, Screaming Souls, that's fantastic. I wanted a high level cast deal damage, and we're gonna get it. No work, stomach flu. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's awful.
Right here.
Just means I hope you'll feel better before too long. A friend of mine has also been down for a week or more with an illness, and it's delayed a game we wanted to play. Like, I feel for him, that's for sure. It's not just... It's been chilling, yeah. Well, when it comes to that, there's literally nothing you can do until... Wait until you're healed. While staying relatively close to bathrooms. Cargo is dealt with. Lovely. Haven't done that yet. And then those get reporting to Atsura, that's what we'll do. Reporting to Atsura, that's what we'll do. And then reporting to Queen Onakaza. Cool, let's get going. Brass Citadel. It's been ages since I've been here. Because I don't like going to the Brass Citadel. I got a thing against these fuckers. Rautai annoy me. Just, like, you know they're Imperial jerks. Right? It just makes it worse. No, hiding it better would be fine. I mean, Director Castell and the Valiant Trading Company annoy me too because they're capitalists. They're not imperialists, they're capitalists. Is that worse? No. Still pretty bad. That's he's over here. Nope. Maybe he's one floor down? Yeah. It's Hazanui. He doesn't want to talk to us. We're not cool enough. Atsura is the person we need to talk to. Not just because Atsura is Maya's boss. Yeah. Next Monday night, like Monday nights. I don't think next Monday night, but we're doing more Vampire. Because probably Swan Song.
Then he cuts me down with a word.
With a brief break.
I get along fine with him. He's straightforward to me.
Are we talking about the same Atsura?
Yeah. Pointless leftist infighting is exactly right. Except they're arguing over the concept of, do we allow slaves? Yes, no? And I think that's a pretty big deal to actually argue over, right? Atsura glances at you with a surreptitiously Atsura glances at you with a surreptitiously mirthful expression. It looks like he's in on a fabulous secret. One he's about to share with you.
It has been brought to my attention that you ousted the slavers from Crooksburg.
Sure fucking did, buddy. Loved every moment.
You've done a noble thing.
Benevolent or passionate or honest. Or all three. He clasps Sue by the shoulders and tries out a warm smile. It doesn't look real.
They had long been a thorn in our side, but one we were hesitant to remove on our own. You've done us a considerable favor.
He slips you a heavy purse. Thousands suffered because of them. Of course I did something.
Indeed. But the problem hardly begins or ends with the slavers.
Yes! Aloth liked that! By God, yes! Our goal to make Aloth like us even more is proceeding. He raises his brows, watching to see if you're following.
Deadfire is a troubled place, beset by all manner of predation and lawlessness.
Uh-huh.
Adventure stories blame it on the fury of Helia's storms and the hunger of Andra's beasts.
He shakes his head in disgust.
Historians like Maya's own dear brother would spin you a tale of isolation and trade booms.
Maya's brother, Rana, who joined us in the first game and is a friend of ours.
He also said that sharing knowledge and sharing cannon fire were as different as birds and foxes.
Yeah, he also started with a rifle.
All of that merely obscures the plain yet hard truth. The Huana lack the will to defend their homeland.
He stops and looks up at you for the first time since hearing your explanation. He's recovering himself and waiting a reaction. How do you figure that?
Allow me to illustrate.
He brings his hand together and clears his throat.
2,000, but we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered.
My apologies, I accidentally hit enter. 2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rautai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped. He tenses his fingers and raises his eyebrows. But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered.
And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves.
What's your point? The Huana don't have to be warriors to deserve happiness.
It is not about deserving. There is no pity in a storm, or a famine, or a slave raid. There are only victims and survivors.
He frowned, slicing his fingers together and pacing behind his desk. Okay, Takeo liked that, Maya did not.
The Valians and the Principe will tear Deadfire asunder, and the Juana will stand by and let it happen.
They're not letting things happen. We know because the Juana Queen sent us to do stuff and we did it.
So we must do everything we can to defend the archipelago and its people.
He stands a little straighter, drawing his shoulders back.
We shall ensure that the slavers do not return by stationing one of our most elite fleets at Crookspur.
He watches you as he explains this, eyes searching your face. And that's true, we did see them there. If you had those ships, why didn't you send them against Crookspur yourself?
And give the Valians and the Juana cause to unite against us? No.
Did they like slavers?
In any case, our attentions are now focused on Sayuka for now. I'm sure the Hazanui will summon you when the time is right.
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are or what you believe in. He watches you with that blank but thoughtful stare you've come to recognize. In the tiny movements of his eyes, you can see him sizing you up, deciding how much to tell you. At last, he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence?
Interesting character beat, but I bet you're really annoying to your buddies.
One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel.
Is there not consistency upon each turn of the wheel, or do you believe you are made truly anew each time?
Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, as though those notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds. But that's not true. You could awaken at any point to your previous lives, Atsura, or even a new version of you will reawaken with the memories of who you are.
But this will remain.
He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework and all around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corners of his eyes. Be careful. You don't know what future generations will make of your legacy. He cocks his head thoughtfully. Aloth likes that. Yeah, buddy.
Perhaps not. I can only hope our legacy will stand as long as the Engwithans.
It's a good point. This guy is clearly putting aside all the uniqueness that is Aora. He's not considering soul rebirth. He's not considering wheel. His motivation is the same as every other functionary in many other universes where reincarnation doesn't exist.
The key is to build well. But you and I have much to do and little time to discuss philosophy.
Maya has business with you.
Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
He turns to her with a bold, almost confrontational stare, a look that seems to mirror her own.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
Aloth likes that. Atsura, care to explain what you've been up to?
Maya has been assisting with plans to work toward peace in some of the more tumultuous parts of Deadfire.
He raises his eyebrows, looking back to her.
Oh, peace to some.
Ooh, she's got doubt.
Peace to all. One day.
He stares it down with challenge in his eyes.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action.
He cocks his head.
Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe.
He tilts his head towards her, emphasizing his words.
But what of your own assignment?
You sent Maya to kill a man. He shifts his gaze to you.
For a most noble cause, I assure you.
He looks pained.
You've always been self-sufficient and resolute in purpose, Maya. It surprises me that you should discuss your orders so freely.
He's being so calm and so polite as he tells Maya that previously you've done everything you've told and never needed support and never doubted. Why did you let this go?
Cargo shifts on long journeys no matter how tightly you tie it down, sir.
Maya glances your way and nods.
At ease. When it comes down to it, I know you will always do what must be done.
Exactly, comrade. He pauses, fixing her with his strange, unwavering gaze. This man is a sociopath. He's just hiding it so well. Comrade's got a good point. Sincerely, he believes that peace will be resolute. Peace will be guaranteed. The world will be so calm and efficient and beautiful if everyone just did exactly as he told. All the time. Without complaint.
Rawatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this.
He reaches below his desk for an arquebus, which he presents to her with stiff formality. 3 bells through. This is a terrible weapon for Maya. I actually think that's, like, on purpose.
I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to.
Farewell. Twenty Arcana! My dude! Look at him. Metaphysics and Arcana, this guy knows all! Aloth the Wizard, level 20! Ain't no one gonna fuck with Aloth! Done! Prevents healing, deals a lot of damage. Love it! I love it. Oh, cool, he's already got quarterstaff. That was going to be my next choice. Anyway, let's just see. Yeah. Pistol. Doesn't have special awareness to stay at a smacking distance. I think the guards give him some measure of ignominy. Clearing her throat once, and then again, Maya raises her eyes to yours when you glance over.
Oh, you wanted something, Captain?
Something on your mind?
You could say that. Been meaning to say that if you and Fishboy weren't already so chummy...
Maya starts to say more, but cuts herself off.
Forget I said anything. It's not important.
Maya coughs into her fist and glances away. Had some questions?
Got some answers.
Damn it, friends, we were just told no polyamory. No. Very firmly by the game there. Maya said, hey, if you weren't fucking Fishman, I would absolutely love to jump that furry little Slam Shadow's body. And while I agree with her entirely, it is disappointing that we cannot follow through on this hinted little romance subplot. I implore you to go watch it on YouTube. Azuri, got something for me?
You look like you've come with a purpose.
Nope. Alright, well, we were just told by the game, not in the game, but via Ludo narrative, that there is no polyamory mod as far as I can tell. It's much harder to write here than it is in many other games. Like, say, Mass Effect, where I have. Polyamory mods are actually harder to write a lot of the time.
The Hazanui runs a tight ship. Do you ever disagree with orders?
Naturally. And I bark about it until the boss tells me to stand down.
You Rawataians aren't much for passive aggression, are you?
Milad, my favorite man. Go straight to the rooftop. You don't believe me? You should. You can have an explicit two separate. Yeah, but what if that flag has dependencies? It's the same flag that says unlock the relationship in the other game. Like, unlock the relationship dialogue. If it's the same flag, which is efficient programming, then it would stop you from progressing a romance. I don't think it's as easy as you say. Because, like, polygam has got a big draw now. It's getting more and more popular. Huzzah! What was I saying about poly? You can have two separate explicit polyamorous relationships in Kingmaker. I haven't managed it on any of my playthroughs. Also, Kingmaker is a fucking long game. Holy shit. Yeah. You're right. They could, except there are many more people modding Wrath of the Righteous than Pillars. Alright. You know what we're going to do? We're going to see if it's possible. That means you don't get game sound for a bit. Hold on. Well, that's tits. Okay, amazing. We've already hit the Steam or Twitch content moderation. No. Aloth Romance Extreme! Okay, that's good. Taloniel really likes Aloth. Absolutely. Miller, wedded, flirting, slaying with him. My word. Don't leave me to silence. What terms of service? Oh, that's good. Okay. No, I'm not getting anything. One last search. Facebook page. Oh well. Multiple romance, Pillars of Eternity 2. Closer to flings. Not really. My and Takehu used to be quite notorious for hitting on you first. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Look, my friends, I don't think there is a mod for it. We looked. We should feel justified. Queen Onakaza?
My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki.
The Queen raises her brow.
Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
Onakaza rests her chin on her fist and studies you. You can look forward to Wahaki support when the need arises.
You have united the Huana with our missing limb.
For once, she allows herself a deep and genuine smile of gratitude.
Prayer and the wisdom of Kohopa will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time.
Onakaza dismisses you with a wave.
Speak freely, Herald of Bereth.
Onakaza opens her palm and nods. I feel like we've asked these questions before, but if we haven't, let's go through them. Keep interesting pets, Highness.
Fine beasts, are they not? Gifts from the Wapua, a tribe of proud animal trainers. I named them Kohopa and Tangaloa, which makes the priests very unhappy.
She grins to herself.
Aruihi thinks I should feed my enemies to them alive and screaming. Ikira, I have given it thought.
He would. She pats Tangaloa on her head. Not content to let the attention go astray, Kohopa shifts over until his ears are under the Queen's fingers. You've been in my head since we first met.
Ah, Akira. But listen how the Watcher flatters me.
Queen Onakaza chuckles to herself and shares a smile with the attendants in earshot. When her gaze swivels back to you, a presence like storm cloud settles over your thoughts. Page 2 of Nexus Mods.
In untilled soil. Akira, I want for there to be trust between us.
A link from Deadman as well. Okay. Comrade beat you to it only very slightly. I did get the message and then didn't follow through. Well. We can't let that stand. Chimbles, stop opening your Facebook page. Steam Workshop. Visit this workshop. Most subscribed. All items. Page 2. Okay, so first off, it's particularly weird that, like, posting my Facebook page to Facebook. That's doxing. How dare you? All right, hold on. It's just an ABC News page anyway. It doesn't really matter. Oh, Nexus Mods? Oh, of course. Nexus Mods. See, it's not the Steam Workshop, right? So maybe I am, like, Taloniel again. Hilarious. Okay. What it doesn't do, it doesn't add immersive conversations about balancing a polyamorous relationship among your crewmates. Maybe someday. Yeah, you're totally right. Okay. All right. Maybe. I'll leave it open. Okay? I'll leave it open. No promises. Alt tab. Turn off monitor capture. Back to the game. She raises her eyebrows to make sure you're paying attention.
The trading companies send spies to every corner of the mountain. I say there are places they cannot go.
Masked beneath a casual gesture of scratching a cheek, Onakaza taps the side of her head. I understand, Highness.
But you did not climb all the way up the mountain to pay compliments, I say.
You feel a light tug as the mental connection breaks. For now. Onakaza settles back in a chair and nods to you, her eyes straying to attendants, only briefly. Why do you put up with the trading companies?
Because we are the shrub in the shadow of an old growth.
Onakaza looks away and sighs through her nose. Yeah, I agree, Deadman. That would be a good effort, though. Yes, please.
Even the gods may protest, but this city blooms from the wealth of foreigners.
There are writers I would pay to write such content.
Aruihi would have me force them back to their ships. I say it is better to feed my allies under a single roof.
I wish to discuss the Huana.
We are the stewards of the dead fire. Our ancestors made this pact with the goddess Nagati long before Ukaizo, before the island vanished.
She closes her eyes and bows her head. How long have the Huana been here?
How long does coral grow?
Onakaza chuckles to herself.
It is said the tribes assembled when Kohopa took his first mouthful of Amira's hatchling. And we will be here until the sea rises above our heads.
Yeah, neat, comrade. I mean, you're more interested in, actually interacting with the combat systems, so that makes sense. You mentioned a pact with Nagati?
The one which taught us to shape water.
A light, youthful smile overtakes her.
It is said that Nagati bound her 4 guardians to protect the islands, the Adra, the seas, and the tribes. In return, she gifted them the forms of water shaping. For so long as our promise is kept, the goddess gives us dominion over water.
That we know that's a lie. Onakaza touches her brow with reverence.
Did I do your mother justice, Takehu?
Akera. Somewhere in the abyss, she blinks her enormous eyes with approval, I say.
Awfully cozy how the tribes get to use the endorsement of a goddess in a land dispute.
Maya folds her arms and furrows her brow, a knowing smirk crossing her lips.
If that is all you see, then Nagati's lesson is lost on you.
Onakaza shakes her head.
May I live to see Rawatai's conceit unravel them from within.
Like that. Back to my other questions?
Speak on. A friend of the crown should be well informed, I say.
Farewell. Swear we've already asked about Nekataka. I'm gonna get going. Let's get going. You know? Let's either travel to Bikana's... that is a shame, Deadman. But here's the thing. You both essentially... I received them both at the same time. I saw the chat there on my nice window. And I had already picked up my phone to know I got a message from David. Deadman. Fucking hell. Again. At least it's not last name. And so... I can feel my cheeks flushing with that embarrassment. My apologies.
Can I borrow a sword? I promise to be careful.
Ishi, down. Adair, what are you hiding in your pack?
Huh. Didn't think Ishi knew how to smoke.
You see a billowing cloud of smoke behind the houses ahead of you. There are a lot of random encounters here in Nekataka. That's true. Again, at least it's only first name. Still, I want to keep trying. In the higher reaches of Nekataka, slanting shanties and buildings of foreign design fall away to be replaced by colourful open homes with wide open doors boasting intricate reliefs. Rather than pester you for a bit of coin or a bite of food, the children here try to sell you tickets to a play or extol the benefits of public baths. Turn a corner and plunge into commotion. One of the great homes crackles before you, completely ablaze. Most of the Juana stare, enraptured by the flames, but if you cry out or run for the fire brigade. Damn in the house. Perception. The large front doors are... Oh, the home seems no different than others in the district, though perhaps a bit larger than average. Bright blue paint flecked with white accents peels over sturdy stone, where it hasn't already been blackened by fires. The large stone doors are open, coughing smoke into the streets, and you think you can make out a shadowy movement within. Well, we're way ahead of that. Fresh torches lie on the eaves above. Seems this was the work of arsonists. Okay, well, let's put out the torches with frost magic. Take a chance, and you feel the balming tropical air plunge into coolness. A powerful blast of cold extinguishes the torches, leaving a slick coat of rime on the eaves around them, but the flames have already spread into the depths of the home. Summon forth a storm to quench the flames! Relentless or returning? Let's go returning. Take a chance, calling on the spirits, and the sky above you darkens ominously. The sky breaks open, dropping a deluge of water that sends the intricately attired Juana fleeing for the overhangs and archways. Thick steam billows from the house as water pours down the eaves. The fire seemed largely quenched. House. You plunge through the open doors and arm raised protectively over your mouth. Guillermo del Toro? Oh, his name is David. Okay, that's fair. I'm looking forward to Deadman playing Death Stranding. I certainly don't want to play it myself. Thick steam hangs in the air, soaking your clothes. Then you see the bodies. Sprawled out in the main room are 3 corpses. 2 lie on the floor, wounds from small, thin blades still oozing blood. A third is draped over a long, low chair, her body punctuated by crossbow bolts. Search for clues. Faint trail of bloody footprints mark a path towards the back of the house. Pursue the arsonist at the back. You burst through the back door into an almost abandoned street. A group of ragged kith holding torches are the only people present. You note one of them holds a bulging sack stained with blood. One of the kith, a broad-shouldered human in tight-fitting mask, scowls. Got ourselves a hero, seems. Sadly for you, the bosses were clear on us leaving no witnesses. In a type before hanging around the area. By the way they handle themselves, you infer that they were most likely hired by him. Grinning, the thugs draw their weapons, spreading around, surround you. This is for the people in the house. Breath of the Wild, man, that's an idea. Should play that too. I've got a Switch. How do you stream your Switch, huh? Capture card? Kill the witnesses and scour. These guys are fucked, I gotta say.
Oh?
Watch this. Zap him! I thought so.
Indeed. I shall deal with this one.
Predator.
You can tell from the perception checks that they're much
I got this.
Much lower than much lower level than us. As soon as we're top friends with Aloth, I'm putting back naked. I swear. Lamb? We're at 0 now? Okay, just a little bit more. And we'll be good friends. Full level party fighting cards. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, we could do that. Every now and then I actually think it's worth, like, very rarely, but if your players feel like, in a tabletop RPG, if your players have had a number of very difficult fights over and over, it is actually worth, once in a while, giving them random low-level bandits. You get the shit kicked out of them. Hopefully don't die, like, quick to surrender is a good idea, right? But it adds context to their powers. This is particularly useful in Pathfinder 2nd Ed, where it tries to, like, keep you fighting things at the same level so you don't feel that progress as firmly as you would if you fought someone lower level. And that's worth doing. If nothing else, like giving context of saying this is how far we leveled up, that's an interesting thing to do. When a lot of the things are supposed to be, you will have these sort of fucking hell. Like, those fuckers got real close. Get him! Oh, missed a lot. They're trying to ram us. Alright. That's what I did. Usually I charge a ram with no other thought. I wanted to get a couple of shots in just for fun, because it's been a while. But I guess not, right? Oh, okay, cool. Tell me how the Yakuza Mafia / Dark Heresy hack goes. Also, Lupin Comrade. They played more Dark Heresy than I have, that's for sure. Even when I played Dark Heresy, I straight up did not involve myself in the system much. Now, I know Constantine's level 6, but these guys are fucked. Can you hear Palagina in the background? Just fucking things up? I can. What's your Chain Lightning is the highest level spell. And power, Chain Lightning, zap him. Good job, everybody.
Yes?
Votnir in the background.
Still got it.
Look at all those people gaining ranks and levels. Yes, please. Oh yeah, I don't mean Lupin Comrade as in seek him for mechanical advice, though that's not a bad idea. I mean loop him in because he might be interested in where you're going with this. He's not only played Yakuza and enjoyed it, but also enjoys Dark Heresy. I'm saying, hey, friend, person I like, you're doing a thing another friend and a person I like would enjoy. You should do that. You're already doing a cool thing. Let other people know. "42 minutes. Let's do Berkana's Observatory before we go to Ashenmoor. Ashenmoor next week, I say. Good, 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 good. Come for the observatory! Ah, lovely. Good. Very smart indeed. Search the observatory for Berkana's research.
I shall.
This can only be good. We're in a library and you can't find the right book. Look harder at the words, not just the pictures. Southwest. Alright. It'll just be empty ocean. We need to take a look at it right now then. I guess I can't. Sorry. Wait, yes I can.
I smell conflict in the air.
Here. Somewhere here-ish? We need to sail all the way over here? Right now. Well, let's go. I think we'll scroll up through there, then through there. Ashenmoor's like right there. Then the end of the game is up here-ish.
We're not alone.
No, Aloth. What are you gonna do about it? What's a Holt's corrosive skin?
It makes no difference.
You were saying?
Maya.
Got this, Captain.
Jesus, alright. What are you doing, man? Just leave.
Yours to command, Captain.
Oh, they're the Jordan Bannerman.
Aye.
Here's a boon. You can start having the whole map opened up. Cannot imagine anything worse. Well, I can. But that sounds pretty bad to me. I like using the map to tell me where I haven't been so I can go there. The alternative seems bad. Revealing the whole map by myself over time, that's what I want.
This won't do.
The visual show of progress. I've been to these locations, as opposed to not. The inscription in the grimoire reads, Kakalot's petrifying ink. I'm gonna loot all these bookcases. The Torn Bannerman, man, I beat all of you fuckers up. Back when you were trying to lay siege to Console Hort's Manor, man. We beat the crap out of him, problem solved.
What do we have here?
Battleworn Grimoire. It has Meteor Shell.
I can't wait to make some new friends.
Yes, I absolutely am. And not just because Alcat has routinely proven that they care about their games a lot. Not more than any other dev, that's bullshit. But they do. They care about the games that they make and put forward. So I have full faith that that specific type of nerd is going to write a good game. Enough that, and like, through Pillars and Wrath of the Righteous, not Pillars, through Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, they've proven that they can do good stuff in established settings. Why would I not give them a bit of benefit of the doubt and give it a go? In fact, I think I've already bought it. Which is a little embarrassing. I usually don't pre-order games. One of the last games I pre-ordered was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and that's why I don't do it anymore. This enchanted diorama shows a different island than the one you landed on. A minuscule figure paces amongst the tower. I don't just want to bang an Elder. I do want to bang an Elder. Not the only reason. I want to support Alcat. Developers in Russia writing games with explicit queer protagonists and polyamory. Man, I can't change the world by giving $90 to some, however much money I spend on them. But like, and they write games I enjoy. Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous are great games. I love playing them. Oh, Garfield! Unnecessarily micro-intensive due to the per encounter abilities. Yes, you're right. The tiny plaque reads, Horizon, shipwrecked under the command of Captain Rauka on a final voyage of Lost to Kaiser. Yeah, see, I'm playing on a lower difficulty, and that allows me to auto-attack some of the time. But most of the abilities are per encounter. You turn up the difficulty to a setting where you have to use... they are per rest instead. You have to do a lot of resting, but that doesn't fix the problem. Yeah, turn-based is also a way around that to make it feel slightly more intuitive. But in the end, I don't want each fight to be incredibly micro-intensive. Some people do. It's a lot of fun to them, and I
Hey.
give them a high five for it. But I play a lot of these tactical RPGs on low difficulty because I'm here to learn about this person and her backstory and what she's into and how we can be her friend. And why is this man so pretty and we love him so much? You know?
Hey.
The deep character writing doesn't often come alongside other games I play. The Twitch enjoyment.
Fly up there and crack open one of those bronze eggs.
Oh, Console Hort. Motherfucker. I thought we killed him. The skeletal figure clutches a scroll in both of his gnarled hands. His skin crinkles like old parchment, and with every movement pulls to the point of nearly tearing. He glances up, his eyes burning and severe in their intensity.
No. No! I watched you die, crushed under that castle! Your monument to hubris.
What little remains of his lips pulls back to reveal long, gumless teeth in a perpetual grimace. I know they took some time off when Ukraine and Russia war broke out. The war of Russian aggression. Doesn't narrow it down. I don't know if they left. That would make sense, but how do you, like... I guess they're just, like, not on the front lines, and Russia isn't in total war, which is a, okay... Not a very concrete term, but I understand it as nearly all forms of production and efforts in society are brought to waging war. Instead, they're just like, they're able to still do their own profession. I also know that they do a lot of international contracting. And they're conducting business, that's for sure. They're making more expansions. Yeah, hopefully they haven't been drafted. Heart goes out to the man. War's bad.
Hey, it's our little skull. Oh, we thought we lost you. You've grown so much. The whole body now.
I love this man.
Silence! I've suffered several lifetimes worth of your inane babble already.
Gonsalhort bares his teeth at Ada.
Again you interrupt my plans, and again I am forced to compensate.
He closes his fist around the scroll and shoves it away. There's a skull-shaped absence in my pack that not just any lich can fill.
My days of bouncing in your shadow or being jostled amongst spears and daggers are over. This is the end of our sordid companionship.
You sure, buddy?
Let's not fight. We just want our little skull back. The rest you can keep.
You will keep your hands away from me, cur.
No, come on.
Whatever beginner's luck won you the day at Cragholt has expired. Fate brought us here to correct its error. One such offense was inexcusable. Your very presence, an abomination.
God, you're such a little bitch.
Rather cocky for a man with no skin.
Then I'll borrow some of yours. Describe a spell that shrinks ears.
Speaking of abominations, didn't I kill you?
Few things delight me more than slamming the prophet door on the usher's hand.
His rictus grin splits wider still. Cypress? How was I so wrong? Jesus.
If the Circle sent you to interrupt my research, I'll fashion a scarecrow of your remains to deter their next hapless victim.
The Torn Bannerman laid siege to Cragholt before. Why are they working for you now?
I'm sure that pig-headed Commander Bailerin is having a chuckle over the irony from whichever spoke of the great wheel he calls home. The Bannermen are loyal to a full purse, and my investments have paid off over several lifetimes.
Fucking liches, they've always got so much money. He folds his bony arms and scowls at you. How did you end up in the Deadfire?
I had planned on taking vengeance by leveling your castle, but that sea-striding Ardra buffoon stole the opportunity out from under me. From there, it was the trivial work of dragging myself across the Deerwood toward a dock. One mouthful of soil at a time.
He rubs his jaw and winces. That's so good.
Then I arrived in the Deadfire as any simpleton would, by boat.
I'm gonna let's ask for some questions before I attack him. I really want to attack him, especially with that line. What's your interest in this observatory?
That arcane upstart Bekana might not have been as unhinged as we once assumed.
Well,
the Circle discounted her theories about a deep well of power in the Deadfire. All that changed when I felt its pulse.
he closes his fingers as if to capture something ephemeral from the air.
Your presence tells me that the Circle has felt it too.
You wouldn't be here if you found what you were seeking.
How astute. Now, if you're finished dissecting my academic setbacks, I am a rather busy lich.
Lich. Cool, he's using the Old English pronunciation. Grimacing, Consul Holt raises his bony fingers and mutters an incantation under his breath. Oh! This is definitely not going to turn out the way you want it to, buddy. I assure you. I'm going to fucking chain lightning you. That's right. Stay back there.
Exactly my area of expertise.
Great feel dearly. It makes no difference.
That was so good. Oh, you've already used it. Damn. She has an arrest. Oh.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Yeah, like, Consul Holt's good. No, come on.
What do you need?
You're going to get birded to death, my friend.
Very helpful.
Oh, that knockdown damaged his concentration. He can't do it anymore. Let's ring the bell. And interrupt the spell. Come on. Too slow. Oh, well. Knockdown then. I don't want you to cast that low-level spell, my friend. Use his own magic against him. It'll be really funny.
I heard you.
Oh, he's fucked. Good job, Adair. 8,300 experience. That's not a small amount.
I'm listening. Not a problem, Captain.
Not to spoil the prize, but let's just look through. Ooh, Effort. A great sword named Effort. That's very cool. I like that. We'll give that to Pelagina. Hey, Consul Hort. I'll get his rod. Superb rod. Ooh, very good indeed. Very his. And, like, it's funny, he's got an Innergorth spell. Like, he hates an Innergorth. But what's that? Got his... We got his fucking head again? Because yes, we do. All Consul Hot spell levels. 5% corrode. Not terrible.
You were saying?
To redeem me, right? Oh, buddy. No. Alright, let's put our little bear away for just a little bit.
Aye, aye.
There he is, our floating head.
Mm-hmm.
Visage of Consul Hort.
Yeah.
It's only a combat ability, so let's won't use it right now. This brass telescope has recently been cleaned. Both lenses are polished to a fine sheen. Look through the telescope. The glaze of the daytime prevents you from detecting any stars. You have to wait for night. Alright, fine. The Panther. One constellation legend. One passage has been underlined.
I got this.
Ah, thank you, Gollum. That's an excellent point. So, what do you think? Cypriot or Russian? Or both? Control mechanism in this orrery is tarnished, though recently oiled. Some of the levers show signs of meddling. Plaque to the side bears the mark of a hand swiping to brush away dust. Read the plaque. Bakana. If you're reading this, you've forgotten again. You blasted your mind to bits trying to describe Bakana's clarity of thought. I'm sorry. Never doubt yourself. Your years of research were well spent, even if no one called you an archmage at the end of them. Even if they laughed. I know you remember the legend, your favorite Juana constellation, the Huntress. When you need a little confidence, set the coordinates of the Huntress and the 3 stages of a tale into this orrery. You can do more with half a brain than most competent wizards. Get back to work. Love, Bekana.
If I don't survive our adventures, promise me you'll burn all my books.
He's blushing. I've always been in Cyprus. The developers are working in multiple countries. A lot of developers were located in Moscow until recently, but now many of us are relocating to Cyprus, and many are in other places. Good God. Okay, that's fantastic. So, Garfield was correct. They left Russia. They were also never, like, firmly based there. They just had a lot of workers there. Okay. Very cool. Examine the controls more closely. The levers adjust a series of numbered dials which correspond to the altitude and azimuth of celestial bodies. 4 sets of coordinates can be entered at once, which will spin the inner mechanism of the globe in a precise combination of turns. Leave. Right, so, we're going to do this. I know it's very close to finish time tonight, but I would like to finish this quest, or at least this section, before we finish for the night. Jesus. No. Oh, choose 2 abilities. Amazing. Perfect. Yeah, that is true. And, like, I love that content. I think it's fantastic. Just waiting until nightfall.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
I love that console hoarders can complain at us. Look for the constellation of the Panther. We spot the Panther near a crescent of stars meant to represent a fallen bow. Take down the constellation's coordinates. Look through the telescope. An ocean of stars stretches out before you. The night sky is no stranger, but you seldom see it with such intimacy. A dizzy spell overtakes you. The stars blur out of their normal positions. When your focus returns, each of the celestial bodies cracks open one by one, their light bleeding together. The stars converge to form a series of winking eyes. Greetings, pal. The words spell themselves out in the stars. Beneath the winking eyes, the crescent moon slowly widens and rotates into a grin. While you're looking around, try not to think too hard about what's up here. Some secrets are worth keeping. The largest of the eyes blinks. You blink and the night sky reasserts its normal configuration.
You look like you could use some fresh air.
Aloth blinks at you in concern.
Be right there.
Aloth, my friend. Yes. Yeah, like, I loved Kingmaker. I loved Wrath of the Righteous. For different and similar reasons. That's fantastic. Enter the coordinates for the Huntress Legend constellations. Enter the coordinates you've collected so far. Nothing happens. 3 more coordinates are still required. Manipulate the controls. You pull in levers and enter random numbers into the coordinates. When nothing happens, gears spin in the machine and reset the numbers to 0. Whatever the mechanism is meant to do will only work with the right set of coordinates. Leave. Yes, that piece of space did wink at me. Interesting. Panther. Reaching for a quiver and finding it empty, the huntress cast her bow to the ground and resolved to fight the panther barehanded. Kingfisher. When the fog thickened over the pass, the huntress let out a piercing whistle and called for the kingfisher, who hovered between her eyes and whispered of what lay ahead. The huntress. Donning her bandolier, the huntress set out from her village. She paused on a hill to survey the path ahead. The Leviathan. The huntress leapt from her boat in time to see it splintered in half as the Leviathan brought down its mighty tail. 1, 2, 3, 4 separate things. We will match all of them in turn. Constellation of the Huntress. We spot the Huntress with ease, a bandolier of weapons standing out as a band of stars. Kingfisher. We note the position of the Kingfisher, just above a particularly bright pairing of stars. Leviathan. Leviathan is positioned over a cluster of stars in the shape of a shattered canoe. Now we can do it. And like, I like this. I like divinities being separate and on another plane and with their own endeavors and different things, right? Into the coordinates for the Huntress Legend constellations. But I like them being involved, around, and saying cryptic shit and not allowing you to respond. Like, that makes you feel big in the world, and that's a cool feeling for your players and characters to have. The last number settles into place, you hear the sound of dormant gears beginning to turn. A low vibration builds under your feet. An alternative thing to look at is I'd like you to picture the difference between Pillars of Eternity and Dragon Age. Now, they're similar in only some ways. They're both fantasy. They're both made by Obsidian and Bioware. They share devs. Divinities in Dragon Age are separate, distant, don't interfere, and when they do interact with you, they are not divine, that's for sure. Cheers, Solace. But divinities here in Pillars of Eternity are close to you. They've got their own agenda and they're on another plane, but boy, do they interact all the time. How do each of them make you feel? What are the changes? Is it worth it? Things to consider. A whale of a wand. Hits with this weapon have a 5% chance to cast Form of the Helpless Beast on their target. Oof, and a 5% chance to charm. That's a good wand. That's a very good wand. And gotta research. This journal details the wizard Berkana's studies of the night sky. She built an observatory and crafted specialized instruments to research her theory that some arcane energies originate from incredibly remote sources, perhaps even the stars themselves. The final entry reads, "The stars are either dead zones or my instruments lack refinement. Shouting over their energy signature is a concentration of soul essence moving through the dead fire, enough to justifiably be called a river. Oddly, it seems to pick up speed where it veers off to the northeast, as if drawn into a whirlpool. What is this region hiding that can exert such a tug on reincarnation itself? Berkana, you're in way over your head." Sorry, did you say northeast? Okay, that's that. We'll do the rest later. Like, that's the game fitting together. That's the writers getting together and saying this is how things will work. The person who wrote this quest, if they didn't write the main quest, they knew enough about the main quest to put in that flavor text that says, mention the northeast, the soul energy coming in that direction. Why wouldn't you? Make it important. Prove it. Right? That's good. That's an important step that I mentioned as a failing, honestly, on my most recent university assignment that came back. 75! Yay! Credit! Happy. In the sense that the editing pass of people not just reviewing things for grammar and spelling, but making sure they fit together. That's the actual position of an editor. Copy editor, certain person who reads the text to make sure the text makes sense. Editor, someone who reads the entire work and makes sure it fits together. It has themes, or if it had themes, that they work together. The chronology makes sense, that sort of thing. Does the tone of the text match each other? Imagine playing a game like this, Pillars of Eternity, so long, so large, many hours, 27 times 3 hours, where some quests felt different in tone, where they're like talking to you with a different authorial voice. One or two of them feel like they're less important than others, or less real, less canonical than others, just because the editor didn't give them a strong enough pass to make them feel the same. That's bad writing, not including a person of color. Thank you, Internet. Bad writing is when it feels like your sense of disbelief is triggered. You walk up to it and you bounce off. You think, oh fuck, I hate this quest. It feels like nothing matters, and it's on such a silly scale. It's not a relief. They didn't ease me into the humor. I ran into it like a wall. In any case, it has been a lovely evening spending time with all of you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm going to send you to Jordan Resco's Jordan vs. Bird 1-on-1. Who knows what that is? But we do like Jordan Resco. Good comedian from Australia. Lovely woman. And I hope you have an excellent night. And remember to tell the people you love that you love them very much. And check out all my hosted channels for advice and people you should follow, including False Security, Golem King on Saturday mornings, Deadman's Tea Party on Monday afternoons for Bioshock, Saturday afternoons for Horny Anime Games, and Sunday evenings for Blue Reflection, second part, finishing soon. And of course, our lovely friend False Security, who does a lot of art, including on Thursday afternoons. Otherwise, see you again. Always weird, like doing a raid because it's got like a countdown, and then I got to click the button. Now I click raid now, and now I'm gone. Bye.